Radovan Krejcir's bail application has been postponed to Wednesday, but prosecutors say they're confident that they have a strong case against the Czech fugitive. Karyn Maughan has been following the story and she joins us now on the line. Karyn, afternoon to you. So what happened in court today?
Well, a very, very dramatic day in court, Nikki, where, initially indications were that the state or the police were going to make a move to keep media out. We were told that we would have to go in with pens and notepads, that no phones or iPads would be allowed because we could take photos. We then made a direct appeal to the magistrate, the chief magistrate hearing the case, and he allowed us to bring all our equipment in, including cameras. A very, very strange day in court. Radovan Krejcir persisting with his allegations of torture, abuse by the state, being backed up by his co-accused, and the state choosing not to answer those claims, despite his lawyer pointing out that they were the basis of two applications. The state coming back at Krejcir with what is really the meat of this case. It's revelations that a 24 million rand crystal meth deal gone wrong formed the basis of the kidnapping assault case against Krejcir and his co-accused, and that in fact the police were an integral part of getting Krejcir and his co-accused access to the particular complainant in this assault case, the brother of an alleged drug dealer known only as Doctor, who apparently had swindled Krejcir out of this 24 million rand meth deal. Of course, we haven't heard much in response to those allegations from Krejcir's lawyers. They've just persistently questioned what they say the state's version of events is, pointing out that in matters that can be immediately proven that the state is not being honest, particularly about the fact that it's allegations that Krejcir's family had left the country under mysterious circumstances and that he intended to flee. They say that's simply not true, that in fact Krejcir's wife and sons went to Mauritius on holiday and nothing could be read into them taking that vacation.
The state saying today, Karyn, that it was very bullish about its case. They've apparently got a confession from Krejcir's co-accused. Is that true?
Well, Desai Lupondo's lawyer has brought an application for access to that alleged confession. You know that, of course, Nikiwe, he has gone on affidavit and stated that he was tortured, that his children witnessed him being beaten and assaulted by police officials. The state's allegation is that he was part of a checking procedure at OR Tambo International and that he, in fact, allegedly assisted Radovan Krejcir to smuggle drugs to Australia. That's the state's case. We don't know exactly what he states in this confession, but the state remains adamant that it is a very damning one. It has refused to hand it over to the defense, and it's really now a matter for the magistrate to decide on. We can presume that he may make that ruling on Wednesday when court resumes.
Is Krejcir still being held at a medical facility, Karyn, and how did he appear in court today?
Our understanding is that he is still being held at a medical facility. He was drinking energy drinks, seemed very positive. We asked him how he was doing. He said, "I'm still alive," joked. He described the police's handling initially of his court case as quote-unquote disgusting, and he clearly enjoys the media attention, Nikiwe. He poses for the camera, he waves at journalists, he talks to his wife and son. He's not exactly projecting the image of someone who really believes that they're in trouble or, doesn't enjoy this kind of media attention. He did, you could see that he was a bit perplexed about the allegations against him, but he has been in South African courtrooms on at least 3 different occasions and walked away every single time unscathed. So I think he is relatively confident about his chances in this case.
Thanks so much for that update. That was reporter Karyn Maughan. Meanwhile, Krejcir has just over 2 months to contend with the taxman. He's now been granted an extension to respond to the interim preservation order. Last month, the South African Revenue Service seized his assets, including his home and cars. SARS also attached possessions belonging to his wife, Katerina. It's understood Krejcir owes nearly 60 million rand in unpaid taxes, penalties and interest. The case will return to court next year, and Krejcir's lawyers are set to argue why the interim order should not be made permanent.
Know more. eNCA.com